Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vickys. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of the first week of the April month. The session will be very important, so stay tuned till the end, as you will be getting multiple information that will be helpful for your preparation. Alright, and do take note of the information that we provide. Let's start. In March 2023, AMNS Luxembourg Holdings SA entered into an agreement worth $5 billion with JBIC co-financing loan, that is a consortium of Japanese bank. I repeat, AMNS Luxembourg Holdings SA. This is the parent company of Accelerator Mittal Nippon Steel India Limited, and they have recently entered into a $5 billion co-financing loan agreement with a consortium of Japanese bank. Right? Apart from this, if I ask you, tell me, recently, where was the second edition of the Tourism Working Group meeting held? This was held in Siliguri, and it was held between 1st to 3rd of April. Next, tell me, if I ask you, where was the second edition of G20, and this is also Tourism Working Group meeting of G20. Then if we are talking about second G20 Employment Working Group meeting, where was this held? Guwahati. Next, which bank recently announced a partnership with Shriram Housing Finance Limited under the co-lending model through the UB co-lend platform? It is your Axis Bank, right? Axis Bank has announced a partnership with Shriram Housing Finance Limited under a co-lending model through the UB co-lend platform. Through this platform, the lenders will each provide secured home loans and MSME loans to the borrowers in the middle and low income segments, both in rural as well as semi-urban areas. Next, who launched Sagar Setu mobile application? Sagar Setu mobile application. It was launched by whom? Sarbandana Sonowal ji. Then recently, remember, France invited whom for Bastille Day parade? So remember, France invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi for your Bastille Day parade. Next, if I ask you, tell me, Erviculam National Park is in which state? Ervakulam National Park, it is in Kerala. Then next tell me, recently the fourth edition of the G20 conference of the northern eastern regions began in where location? In Kohima. I repeat, fourth edition of the G20 northeastern region meeting began in Kohima. Then remember, India is planning on becoming the world's second largest solar manufacturer by, let me write, solar manufacturer by 2026. I repeat, India is planning on becoming the second largest solar manufacturer by 2026. Also, the state that is performing the best in terms of solar energy in India, it is your Rajasthan. Next, India Justice Report was released. India Justice Report was released for 2022, and in this Justice Report, India Justice Report, the state that has topped, it is your which state? So Karnataka topped here, and Karnataka, remember, it is also the best state in terms of research and development. Next, which IIT hosted the Y2 consultation, that is Youth 20 consultation, that is based on India's, or it is was under India's G20 presidency, that is Youth 20. So which IIT? It is your IIT Kanpur. Moving on, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry released the Foreign Trade Policy 2023 that aims to increase India's export to $2 trillion by which year? By 2030. There was a data released in FTP, that is your Foreign Trade Policy of 2023, the aim of which is to increase India's export to $2 trillion by 2030, and this is by shifting from incentives to remissions and entitlement based regime. Right? Next, so correct option is 2030. Also, if we talk about Kerala, Kerala plans on becoming carbon neutral by 2050 or 2040, and they plans on be shifting to carbon neutral, they want to become by 2050, and they plans on shifting to 100% renewable energy by 2040, and the target of India in the same, for the same, that is to become carbon neutral, it is your 2070. Next, who was recently appointed as the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi? He is Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Next, name the state government that recently granted the approval for a 75 feet tall statue of knowledge dedicated to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So remember, it is your Maharashtra state that has recently granted the approval for a 75 feet tall statue of knowledge that will be dedicated to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now see 2 to 3 things you need to remember here. First, the state where the statue of knowledge will be built. Second, statue of knowledge is dedicated to whom? It is dedicated to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and this is of 75 feet tall statue of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and it will be in the Latur city of Maharashtra. Right? Next, according to the data given by the Union Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Purushottam Rupala, in March 2023, that is, India is the largest, or which number of largest? According to him, according to the data given by this ministry, Purushottam Rupala in March stated that India is the third largest fishing producing country, contributing to 8% of the global fish production. Coming back, I repeat, Purushottam Rupala announced that India is the third largest. India is the third largest fish producing country in the world, and India here contributes to almost 8% of the global fish production. Next, if I ask you, tell me, first integrated check post along the border will be built between India and Bhutan. I repeat, first integrated check post. Then recently there was a product of Bihar, or let me say it was a rice product of Bihar that recently got the GI tag. What is the name of the type of, what is the name of the species of that particular rice? It is your mircha rice of Bihar recently got the GI tag. Next is recently in India there is a news and it is going viral in social media that Apple is planning on launching their own store, first store of Apple in India. Where this will be? It will be in Mumbai, right? And they will be leasing it for the next 9 years. And second store is set up to be open in Delhi. First will be in Mumbai and second in Delhi. Then who became the 31st member of NATO? It is your Finland. And there is a news that Sweden can also become a member. There is a chance but not officially declared. Officially is your 31st member, that is Finland. Right? Then recently which country has banned e-scooters? Has banned e-scooters in the particular area. It is your Paris. Paris has banned e-scooter. Right? Even Italy recently banned ChatGPT. Mark this also. Next, in Union Budget, Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced the revamping of credit guarantee scheme for MSME from 1st of April with the infusion of how much amount of money? With the infusion of 9,000 crore rupees to the credit guarantee fund transfer for MSME corpus. Right? So how much amount will be here infused? 9,000 crore rupees will be infused. Alright, and it is the corpus to enable an additional 2 lakh crore in collateral free guaranteed credit and the reduction of the cost of the credit by about 1%. Then apart from this, remember, if I ask you, recently World Bank has announced a loan of $100 billion. I repeat, $100 million to Odisha for various projects in Odisha. Then IPPB, Indian Post Payment Bank, they have launched WhatsApp banking services. What is this WhatsApp banking services? That means you will be able to avail various banking services that are offered by various banks through WhatsApp only. Alright, by Indian Post Payment Bank. Next, which of the following companies were recently identified as the domestic systematically important insurers for the financial year 22-23 by the IRDAI? So according to IRDAI, remember, and this is important, General Insurance Corporation of India, Life Insurance Corporation of India and New India Assurance. These three organizations has been recently declared, or they have been identified as the domestic systematically important insurers for the financial year 22 to 23. Correct? So highly important, all these threes are. Then what is this systematically important insurers? Domestic systematically important insurers, basically these are too big to fail. Alright, or they are considered too important. Next, name the payment bank that recently partnered with Bharti Airtel to launch banking services through WhatsApp for its customers. So remember, it is your IPPB. We just saw this, that IPPB is the name of the payment bank. They have partnered with Bharti Airtel, and this is to launch various banking services for the WhatsApp so that their customers can avail it. Then apart from this, remember, Bharti Airtel became the first company to launch 5G in India. Next, Name the mobile application of the National Logistics Portal Marine that was launched by Union Minister of Port Shipping and Waterways Sarbandana Sonowal in March 2023. So name of the application is Sagar Setu. It is a mobile application. It was launched by National Logistics Portal Marine, and this basically, what is this application? It offers various features such as your login, service catalog, common application format, LOC, that if you want any line of credit, then various bank guarantees will also be provided to you on this particular mobile application itself. All right, real time information will be provided for both importers, exporters, and customer brokers. Right? So the correct option is Sagar Setu. Next, in which state the researchers has recently discovered predatory bush cricket species, namely Hexacentrus canesis. These three species were discovered: Hexacentrus canesis, Hexacentrus ashoka, and Hexacentrus tidae. So these three species of cricket, they were discovered where? They were discovered both in Haryana as well as Meghalaya. Right? In both Haryana and Meghalaya, these three species of crickets were discovered. Moving on, which of the following state UT villages along with Lakshadweep have achieved the ODF Plus model? This is ODF is your open deficit free plus. Right? So remember, recently Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu as well as Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they have received the, along with Lakshadweep also, remember Lakshadweep, they have received the ODF plus status category symbol. Right? That means they are now open defecate free. Next, name the personality who recently appointed to head NASA's Moon to Mars program. Important. Who is the personality? He is Amit Kshatriya, who has been appointed as the new head of NASA's Moon to Mars program. Alright, he will help the agency ensure a long-term lunar presence needed to prepare for humanity's next giant leap to the red planet, that is your Mars. Alright, and Kshatriya, he will serve as the NASA's first head of the office with immediate effect. So correct option is option D. Next, if I ask you, tell me, recently Rajasthan Royals tied up with which bank for digital banking partner? Rajasthan Royals IPL team, they have, or this is full brand now, they have partnered with Fino Payment Bank for digital banking partner. Right? Then which bank, that is your Bank of Maharashtra, inaugurated the first dedicated branch for startups in Pune? Right? I repeat, first dedicated branch for startups in Pune was inaugurated by Bank of Maharashtra. Similar type of a dedicated branch that will be for startups was launched by SBI in Bangalore, as well as it was launched in Gurugram also. Right? Then apart from this, it is your Aditya Birla Health Insurance. They have partnered with UCO Bank for Bansurance, that is a bank plus insurance partnership. Next, who launched premium payroll account? It was launched by Canara Bank. They have launched this premium payroll account. Next, remember RBI recently they have kept the repo rate unchanged at 6.5% even after a 25 basis point rise by the federal. Next is which organization has recently released the report with the key findings that South Asia is a home to 9 of the top 10 polluted cities in the world. This data was released by World Bank, and World Bank is, where is the headquarter? It is in Washington DC. UNEP Nairobi, Kenya. UNDP New York. Right? So according to them, if we talk about one of the most polluted cities in the world, it is your Dhaka. Dhaka is also, remember, most air polluted, as well as it is one of the most noise polluted cities in the world. Right? And if we talk about the city that is world's most polluted. See, Dhaka is number one in noise pollution and it is not number one in air pollution, but in among the top 10 countries, Dhaka is a part of this list. Which is the city that is the worst air polluted city in the world? It is your Lahore. Next, Dash became the first Indian bank to open special rupee Vostro accounts in Malaysia to facilitate transactions between India and Malaysia in Indian rupees. It is your Union Bank of India. It has launched the first Vostro account, that is special rupee Vostro accounts in Malaysia. What are Vostro accounts? Vostro accounts are those accounts when an Indian bank open any bank account into the bank of the different countries. Say for example, here it is your Malaysia. So this is Vostro. If a different country comes and open their bank account into Indian banks, that will be Nostro account. Next, name the bank that recently revised the interest rates on FDs under 2 crore rupees and introduced the Amrit Mahotsav FD scheme for retail investors. It is your IDBI Bank, right? They have recently revised the FD rates for rupees and 2 crore for under 2 crore rupees, all right, and they have revised the retail rate or their FD rate, and they have introduced this Amrit Mahotsav FD under which they are giving 7.15% to the general public and 7.65% to senior citizens. Next, if I ask you, tell me who has been appointed as the new CEO of Hero Motor Corp. He will be Niranjan Gupta. Who is the new CEO and Managing Director of Tata Power? Praveer Sinha. Then, who has been recently appointed as the new Chairman and Managing Director of Power Trading Corporation of India? He will be Rajiv K. Mishra. Next, first women president of TIE Rajasthan. She is Shinu Johar. Next, RBI appointed whom as executive director? So, Neeraj Nigam has been appointed as the executive director of RBI. Next is who has been appointed or who has taken over as the Director General of Naval Operations? He will be Atul Anand. Then who has been appointed as the new president of FLO, that is your Vickys ladies organization? She is Sudha Shivkumar, right? And who has been appointed as the new MD of Suzuki Motorcycle India? Kenichi Umeda, right? See, MD of Suzuki Motorcycle India, she is Kenichi Umeda. Next is the foundation of Sark Writers and Literature bestowed the Sark Literature Award 2023 to Sheikh Muzabir Rahman, the father of whom he is known by the term father of whom? He is the father of Bangladesh, and to her daughter, that is Sheikh Hasina P, and she is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. This award was given to her on the behalf of her father, and the award is your Foswal Award, that is Sark Literature Award 2023, and it is the award is known as Foundation of Sark Writers and Literature, that is your Foswal Award. Next, who recently took the charge as the 40th national president of FLO, that is your Vickys ladies organization, and we just saw who she will be. She is your Sudha Shiv Kumar, right? She became the 40th president of the Vickys ladies organization, all right, and she will be for the term 23-24. She will succeed whom? She will be succeeding Jayanti Dalmia. She was the 39th president of Vickys ladies organization. Next, Dash has become the first country in the world to launch mathematical model to the prevalence of tuberculosis. So, which is it? It is your India. India have launched their own mathematical model, or they say own report of the various surveys of the tuberculosis cases in India, and they do not trust the report that are released by various other organizations. All right, and this was released during the World TB Summit that was from 23rd to 26th of March, and it was in Varanasi, UP. Question can also be asked that where was your World TB summit held. It was in Varanasi, UP. Next, Indian American personality who recently received the 2021 National Humanities Medal from the US President Joe Biden. He is V.M. Chokalingam, that is Veera Mindy Chokalingam. So recently US President Joe Biden presented the 2021 National Humanities Medal, and this medal was presented on 21st of March. Here Indian American Veera Mindy Chokalingam, she is professionally known as Mindy Kaling. She was awarded with the 2021 National Humanities Medal among others. Right? Important, remember this. And remember, this National Medal of Art is the most prestigious award granted by the US government. Moving on, name the bank that recently collaborated with Visa to launch Digital Dukan, that is a business management solution for merchants. So this Digital Dukan was launched by Axis Bank, and they have collaborated with whom? With Visa to launch this Digital Dukan. This is a digital offering that will allow merchants to accept payments through a number of various digital modes to conduct your day-to-day business. This Digital Dukan, this is an Android smart point of sale application that is exclusively developed to address the business needs such as accepting digital payments, billings, and much more. Here you can also convert your payment into EMI. Then you will be able to buy now, pay later, or BQR will also be provided here. Next, name the fintech company that recently introduced PIN code, that is an e-commerce consumer application on India's open network for digital commerce platform. It is your PhonePe. They have launched a new application that is PIN code. And what is this PIN code? PIN code is an e-commerce consumer application that was launched by PhonePe on ONDC network. Right? This PIN code application will be initially made available in Bangalore and Karnataka, and this will be basically for especially for 6 categories, that is your groceries, food, pharmaceutical, electronics, home decor, and fashion sector. Right? And this will be made available in other cities and other sector also, if this here transaction volume will reach about 10,000 per day. Right? And remember, this application PIN code is available both on Google Play as well as App Store. Next, India Development Update was released in April. The World Bank reduced their fiscal year growth projection for India to how much percent? To 6.3% from 6.6% in December 2022. So the correct option here is option 4, that earlier it is your World Bank that projected India will be growing in fiscal year 24 to around 6.6%, but now they have reduced it or slashed down to 6.3%. Even Ministry of Finance is projecting that India will be growing by 7% in this fiscal year. Right? Next, if I ask you, tell me OFEK 13. This is a spy satellite, and this spy satellite, it is of which country? Israel. Right? Then recently a 3D printed cryogenic engine was developed for Dhawan second. This is the name of this 3D printed cryogenic engine is Dhawan the second. It was recently test fired by whom? Skyroot Aerospace. Then apart from this, if I ask you, when do we have some important days? Let's start with important days. On 1st of April, what do we observe? Odisha Day or your Utkal Day. Right? On 1st only, we observe Foundation Day of Reserve Bank of India. Then on 2nd of April, we observe World Autism Awareness Day. The theme for this World Autism Awareness Day is transforming the narrative, contributions at home, at work, in the arts, and in policy making. Then from 1st to 7th of April, we observe Prevention of Blindness Week. 4th of April, we observe International Day of Mine Awareness and Assistance in Mine Action. On 5th of April, we observe National Maritime Day. On 5th only, we observe International Day of Conscience. Alright, and on 7th of April, we observe World Health Day. Right, and the theme for the World Health Day is Health for All. Right, these are important important days for this week, so do take a note if you don't know anyone. Next, according to RBI, on India's balance of payment for the third quarter of fiscal year 22-23, India's current account deficit declined to what percent? It declined to 2.2% of the GDP in the third quarter of fiscal year 23. That was earlier 3.7% of the GDP in the second quarter. So correct option is option 3. Next, name the personality from India who has been conferred with the Knight of the Legion honor. This is the highest French civilian award. So Kiran Nadar, she was honored with the Knight of the Legion of Honor, that is the highest French civilian award, and she's an philanthropist, an art collector, and she was honored with this award during a ceremony where French ambassador to India was present at the residence of France in New Delhi, and she was honored with this for her outstanding contribution to arts and her work towards establishing cultural ties and economic ties between India and France. Next, name the research institute in India that recently partnered with NASA to develop a new computer module that combines artificial intelligence and satellite data to sound alarm for dangerous space weathers. I repeat, recently it is your Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics that has tied up with NASA to develop a new computer module, and that will be basically with the help of artificial intelligence, that will be using machine learning, and that will be combining all the data that we receive from the satellite, and with all these three technology they will be predicting and giving alarms ahead of time for various dangerous space weather events that can take place in future. Right, and the team of researchers at the Frontier Development Lab applied an AI method, that is of deep learning, and developed a computer module, that is Dagger. What is this Dagger? Dagger is deep learning geometric attribution, and with the help of this only, this is a kind of model that will be using artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning in your satellite data, and they will be predicting weather patterns. Next is which state has recently launched India's first cool roof policy 23 to 28 to reduce the heat island impact and heat stress? It is your Telangana. Right, Telangana became the first state in India who have launched this cool roof policy for the year from 2023 to 2028. Alright, and this aims to reduce the heat island impact and heat stress in Telangana. This policy encourages and promotes the usage of cool roofs. Next, which company has recently become the first private InvIT to be listed on the National Stock Exchange, India? So it is your IRB Infrastructure Trust that became the first private infrastructure investment, that is InvIT. Alright, what are these InvITs? Basically, if you are planning on buying a real estate, instead of going and buying a physical one, you can go and buy a small chunk of real estate through this REITs or InvITs. Alright, so for the same only, the first private InvIT that was listed on NSE India, it is your IRB Infrastructure Trust. Next, Government of India recently gave the GI tag to 33 new products from different states. So question asked here is how many products received the GI tags in India as of April 2023. So as of April 2023, how many GI tags are there in India? This is the question being asked. It is your 465. Really recently it was your Kangra tea, that is from Himachal Pradesh, that got a European GI tag also. Remember this also. Next, Dash became the 31st member of NATO. It is your Finland, and it was along with the which anniversary of the NATO's founding treaty of Washington treaty? It is your Finland, and it was the 74th anniversary of the NATO's founding treaty, during which NATO, or during which Finland, it became the 31st member of NATO. Next, according to the infertility prevalence estimate from 1990 to 2021, a report was released based on this time period by WHO that stated around dash percent of the adult population, that is roughly 1 in 6 worldwide, experience infertility in their lifetime. Alright, so be it a male or a female, and we know infertility is the capability to produce a baby, right? So this data was released by WHO. It is based on the time frame from 1990 to 2021, and between this time frame it was talking about that roughly 1/6 of worldwide population, of the adult population, how much percent of the people receive infertility in their lifetime? It is your 17.5% of the adult population worldwide receive experience infertility in their lifetime, and that is roughly 1 in every 6 adult person. Next is, which bank has introduced a premium payroll package for salary account holders with competitive features? It is your Canara Bank, right? Canara Bank has introduced a premium payroll package for salary account holders with competitive features. This particular premium payroll package will have multiple features such as free term life insurance, instant overdraft, free personal air accident insurance. They are included in this package. Next, name the company that recently test fired advanced fully 3D printed Dhawan 2 cryogenic engine for Vikram 2 rocket. And as I just mentioned, this Dhawan 2, that is the 3D printed cryogenic engine, it was tested or test fired by which organization? It was test fired by Skyroot Aerospace, and this will be used in the Vikram 2nd rocket. Right? Next. Remember, next question is, who has been nominated as the president of the World Bank? And it is important, and he was backed by various CEOs also, and he is former MasterCard CEO Ajay Banga, as well as US has backed Ajay Banga to be the new president of the World Bank. Right? Very important, mark this. He will be replacing whom? He will be replacing David Malpass. Next, which country has signed the first defense cooperation agreement with India? It is your Romania. Right? India and Romania, they have signed a defense cooperation agreement during the bilateral meeting that was recently held in New Delhi, and this is the first defense cooperation agreement between these two countries. Alright, they will be basically doing multiple trainings, military education will be shared between the two, how to enhance the cyber defense, how to enhance the military medicine, all will be done in the cooperation between these two countries, India and Romania. Next, according to RBI, India's bank credit increased by how much percent on year? So it increased by 15% year on year in the financial year 23, which is the highest since the financial year 2012. That means it is saying that number of people that are taking loan in the last few years have increased this year, despite of the loan interest rate that have been increased by RBI in the last year. Right? And here it is saying that the bank deposits are comparatively less, but the bank credit has increased. All right, that means more number of people are taking loan. So the correct option here is option 5. Next is, which company or government of India's agencies the first LCA, that is your light combat aircraft Tejas trainer LT-5201 aircraft has recently completed their maiden test flight? That is, which companies? It was developed by which company? Indirectly this question is being asked. It is your Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. HAL has recently successfully completed its maiden flight of the light combat aircraft Tejas trainer. Alright, and it is one of the major milestones in the LCA Tejas program. This is the first ever LCA trainer that is built to series production standards from their airfield and successfully it has completed a 35-minute flight test before landing. Alright, and it is being developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next, in which state India's or in which in Indian state IndiGrid, that is the India Grid Trust, they have commissioned their first battery energy storage system project coupled with solar panels. I repeat, in which state India Grid Trust, that is IndiGrid, they have commissioned their first battery energy storage system project that is coupled with solar panels. It is in the state of Maharashtra. Right? Next, also remember the best solution here with solar energy will also act as a prototype for expanding their presence in the energy opportunity, or the energy sector that we are seeing is growing because of solar energy and a shift towards renewable sources of energy or towards green energy. Next, City, they have launched operations at the Gujarat International Finance City, that is your GIFT IFSC, through a new branch. Who is the current CEO of City India? So remember, who is the new CEO of, or the current CEO of City India? He is Ashu Khullar. Right? City, they have launched their operations at GIFT City at IFSC. That is your GIFT IFSC. Alright, and they have launched a new branch there. And question indirectly is asked is that who is the CEO of City India? He will be Ashu Khullar. Next is according to bi-monthly policy, monetary policy, you have to tell me which among these rates are wrong. See, if we talk about repo rate, it is correct. It is at 6.5%. Reverse repo rate, it is at 3.35%. It is also correct. But if we talk about bank rate, it is not 6.25. It is actually 6.75%. If we talk about SDF rate, that is standing deposit facility rate, it is 6.25. It is also correct. If I talk to you about CRR, that is your cash reserve ratio, it is at 4.5%, and statutory liquidity ratio, that is SLR, it is at 18%. So these are some of the interest rate that you should know. One is also your MSF, that is your marginal standard facility rate, it is at 6.75. Next, name the company that recently partnered with UIDAI for processing payments for online Aadhaar services. For various Aadhaar services, to edit your Aadhaar card, a nominal fee of 50 rupees is charged, and to process these 50 rupees from individual customers, UIDAI has tied up with which company? It is your Razorpay Software Private Limited. Next, according to data of direct tax collection for the financial year 23, it was released in April 2023. The net direct tax collection, it rose by how much percent? It rose by 17.63% to 16.11 trillion in fiscal year 23. Right? Important. So correct option here is option 2. Next, who was recently appointed as the chairman of Indian Electronics and Semiconductor Association, that is IESA. He is Sanjay Gupta, right? He has been appointed as the president and CEO of, he has been appointed as the new chairman, not CEO and president. So who is the new chairman? Sanjay Gupta, right? And he was the president and CEO of a company, Spark Minda, right? So coming back, who is the new chairman of IESA, Indian Electronic Semiconductor Association? Sanjay Gupta. And if we talk about semiconductor, remember Semicon India. Where was this held? It was held in Bengaluru. Then a manufacturing plant for semiconductors will be set up in Gujarat, and this will be set up with the help of Foxconn and Vedanta. Next is name the company that recently received in principle approval to import the wagon wheel. It is your SAIL, that is your Steel Authority of India Limited. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. I hope you have enjoyed the session, and if you find the session to be interesting, all you have to do is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. With this, it will motivate me to make better content for you on regular basis, and do follow us also, friends, and also share with multiple friends and your colleagues, mates, so that they can also know how good of a channel this Affairs Cloud is, and it provides a all-round preparation for the current affairs for your government exams. That's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.